Because students may take the same end-of-course test at different points in their academic pathways, a different value-added model than that used for TCAP must be used. In the model used for EOC, a predicted score is calculated for each student for the selected test. A predicted score is what you would expect a student to score, given the student's testing history across subjects and assuming the student receives the average schooling experience in the state. A predicted score will only be generated for students who have a minimum of 3 prior test scores in TVAAS. Using a minimum of 3 scores helps to decrease the effects of measurement error associated with single test scores. For students who have more than 3 prior scores in the TVAAS system, the additional data will be used to generate the predicted score. Because the predicted score is based on the student's prior test scores, it can be helpful to think of it as representing the student's achievement level at the beginning of the course. To calculate the value-added measure for a teacher, school, or district, each student's predicted score is compared to what the student actually scored when they tested. If on average students scored higher than expected, the value-added estimate will be positive and above expectations. TVAAS reports include an effect score and a standard error for each score by subject and grade. Standard error is used to account for different levels of variance in the data. For example, different numbers of students, or a wider range of scores within a subject. If Ms. Smith has 20 students with EOC test scores in Algebra 1 and Mr. Jones has 60 students with test scores in Algebra 1, the standard error for the teacher effect in Algebra 1 for Ms. Smith is likely to be higher because her teacher effect score is based on fewer students. TVAAS takes into account where a student is when they enter a teacher's classroom and measures the progress that that student makes. This progress can then be attributed to the teacher, school, or district. In the next segment, you will learn more about those calculations.